Speech for Communication 101, note cards. Okay. Have you ever had that anxious feeling when you're either going to work or school, wondering what's going to happen today? Did I do something I'm going to get blamed for? Are my friends going to talk to me or ignore me? As an adult, having that feeling is something difficult to deal with, but imagine your child going through that as well. I'm sure we're all familiar with cyberbullying. Some of us here may have even dealt with it in some way, going through it, or having children that have gone through it or are going through it now. Bullying has been around for a long time. I was even bullied as a child in elementary school. But cyberbullying has taken it to a whole nother level. As a parent with a daughter who is dealing with that, my 12-year-old daughter is dealing with that now. It's so difficult to watch them go through that because there's only so much we can do. Because cyberbullying is a widespread issue amongst adolescents, parents should limit their child's access to a cell phone and or social media outlets. I feel that there's a lack of supervision with parents when it comes to their children's cell phones, tablets, or computers. As parents, we need to be checking their devices, not just to be nosy, but to make sure that they're safe and that other people are safe as well. In a journal posted on July 12th, 2008, called Global News Transcripts from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, an author, Tara Nelson, quotes Kathleen Wynne as saying, "Cyberbullying is a reality in our children's lives, and we have to learn to deal with it. We have to find a way to deal with it. We have to make sure that our children aren't the ones doing the bullying either. If our children are being bullied, we have to be the ones to reassure them, to tell them that what's going on and what is happening is not their fault and shouldn't be made to impact their lives in a negative manner. Let them know that people are going to talk, but it's about how you react to what they say that's what's important. Because this issue has gotten out of hand, sadly, some of our children are taking their own lives." In an article on September 16, 2013, in the New Delhi newspaper Financial Express, it tells how a 12-year-old girl by the name of Rebecca Ann Sedgwick of the town of Lakeland in Central Florida jumped from a platform at an abandoned cement plant near her home. These people behind their screens are literally telling our children to go kill themselves. In another journal dated in October of 2017, they quoted a study that said that was done describing cyberbullying as a number of things. It says a recent meta-analysis proposed that cyberbullying involves 4 distinct components: intentional aggressive behavior that is carried out repeatedly, occurs between a perpetrator and a victim who are unequal in power, and occurs throughout electronic devices. There are even parents posing as children and bullying other children online. One mother had done so and caused a 13-year-old girl to take her own life, and then had reportedly laughed when she heard the news. This woman, her name was Lori Drew. She posed as a teenage boy to troll a 13-year-old girl named Megan Meyer. She wanted to see if this girl was talking about her child in a bad way. Lori befriended Megan, became her online boyfriend, and soon after, he turned on her. He told Megan, "You're a bad person, everybody hates you, and this world will be a much better place without you." This was stated in a magazine article on July 11, 2009. Megan hung herself in her closet later that evening. In order to protect our children, we need a more hands-on approach when it comes to internet safety. What we need to do first is talk to our children about internet safety. We need to explain to them that there are people in life that will try to put you down, but you have to be stronger than the words that they may say. As parents, we need to evaluate whether our children are even mature enough to have electronic devices. We really need to think about our child's age and emotional maturity level, and if we think they're ready to have something that will open them up to something that can cause such pain and hurt like that. Especially with social media, I personally don't allow any of my children, to have any type of social media until maybe the last few years of high school. And even then I had to evaluate whether I felt that he was ready for that. Another way to prevent cyberbullying is randomly checking your child's devices. We should be doing random checks so that we can see if they're safe. There are too many kinds of predators out there. You can never be too safe. Also, if your child happens to be the one doing the bullying, you can possibly stop it before it starts. By following these steps and talking to our children, we let them know that we're there for them regardless, no matter what. Imagine being able to save someone from harm. That's a totally different kind of rewarding feeling. Imagine what it would be like being on the losing end of this situation. Is that somewhere you want to be? And imagine having an open and honest relationship with your child. Not quite being their best friend, but someone they can talk to about anything. Children are going to go through things in life. That's a fact. That's something we can't stop. But shouldn't we do as much as we can to make sure they're okay and they're not going through it alone? Doing that could make a world of difference to them. What I would like you to do when you leave here is talk to your children. Make sure they know you're there for them whenever they might need you. Even if you're doing it already, it doesn't hurt to reiterate that to them. Bullies come in all shapes and sizes. It is our job, our instinct, to protect what is ours. And we do it by all means necessary. Thank you.